what's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to another episode of EkSe. And of course, we're coming to you live right here on Cape Town TV. It is a Monday, and we'll be taking you all the way until 5 p.m. And my name is Zeta. And of course, I'm not riding all solo in this boat. I've got my main man out here in the building, Sazi Manzi. Hey, how are you doing, man?
I'm good. What's up?
No, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. From the EkSe team, we'd like to send our condolences to the family of a South African musician who goes by the name of Linda Mkhize, better known as Pro Kid, who actually passed away last week. So we'd like to say, may his soul rest in peace.
South African icon. Well, you already know that he was dominating in the South African music industry, and the team Hype It Up showed all the celebration last week Friday. Yeah. It was an amazing show. I'd like to say big ups to Hype It Up. Anyways, speaking about an amazing show, today we have an amazing lineup for Nina Pemakai, so you better stay tuned with us, from students winning competitions all the way into writing their own newsletters. For Iskolo Sab, Alfunu Post.
Yeah, man, and I hope you guys actually enjoyed your weekend and were well rested and saving up all the energy for what's coming this week. As we all know that the matrics are counting down the days for their trial exams. Ooh, this is a very crucial time for all the learners, and not to be disturbed, but to also be prepared for those exams. So we'll be sharing some of the tips of being first-year students into a university, and also for those learners who like to apply to some universities, we'll be giving you all the information so that you don't get all confused.
And uyayazi inkqubo namhlanje sponsorship ngu-Learning Trust, enye organization enceda ezinye organization eziphuma elokishini mhlambe ekuhlaleni ezithi zizama uncedisana nabantwana baselokishini ukuze one day leaders ezibonakalayo elokishini, from mentoring and life skills and all of that. So you better stay tuned because sobehleli nabo up.
Yeah, man, it's also very important to partake on these organizations to also support your learners, your kids, in becoming better leaders one day. So we do have two cool inserts that we'll be showing you guys later on in the show that will be profiling about an organization that goes by the name of Amandla Development. So stick around for those two cool inserts just to find out who they are and what they're about.
And today we're all about winners. Sihlelile students as a winning prongs all the way into Romania. It was a maths competition. So yeah, man, you better stay tuned.
Right, I feel like we've been talking for so long right now. I think we should kickstart this show. It is time for us to check on what's trending. We'll be right back right now. Hey, welcome back. You're still tuning to EkSe. Right now, it's time to check on what's trending. So, Sazi, I've got something actually that's been trending on my timelines about the grade 10 pupils from Gauteng who have been suspended after a video of a teacher being manhandled that went viral over social media earlier on in this week. So, this shocked everybody, like especially on social media as well. So, the Gauteng Department of Education spokesperson, Steve Mabona, said that they visited the school on Tuesday and they got more info on what had happened. So as I quote, he went on to say, after we saw the video doing the rounds on social media on Tuesday morning, we wasted no time and visited the school the same day. And a compulsory hearing is expected to take place on this week, Friday. All I can say is that go to school to study and not to play around. Such results are coming from such incidents.
Wow. Okay, South Africa, we need a lot of change to be made. There's a new movie that's coming up in South Africa. It's called Ella Bella, and it's dropping on Friday. The movie, basically, it's about a girl who's 24 and who's been really struggling because what your mama can then, tata can then. There's a history that's, that she doesn't want to touch on the movie, but she ends up ending her own life. So, yes.
Wow. That is very deep. That is super deep. Do we have more, actually? I think we do have more. We'd like to congratulate our Man Crush Monday for today.
Is that me?
Well, no, it's not you. He's an actor, okay? He's established already. He's a well-known actor for different roles in South African series Unyani Sodzedze. He's finally tied the knot with his longtime girlfriend, Yana Seidi. The actor recently shared two beautiful pictures of himself with his wife and both their mothers. So apparently now they're together and of course they're married.
Wow. So when are you getting yours?
I don't know if you should ask me that right now. Let's go to a breather and we'll be back. I'll tell you more. Hey, welcome back. You're still tuning to EkSe. Remember, guys, we're coming to you live right here on Cape Town TV. So don't forget to connect with us on social media platforms. On Facebook, we are EkSe on Cape Town TV, and of course on Twitter at EkSe_live.
And yes, man, like we said, Upper Spete, 6 students from different high schools, and they went all the way to Romania in a competition. So they are out here with us to tell us more about that. Gents, welcome to the show.
Welcome on the show, guys.
Kindly introduce yourselves.
I am Tim Slesinger, and I'm in matric at Rondebosch Boys at the moment.
Ooh, nice.
I'm Emil van der Walt. I'm in grade 11 at Jan van Riebeeck High School.
I am Tarek Maza, grade 11 at Haven College, and this is our South African mascot, Chubby Shep.
Oh,
Hey.
I love that. Hey, it's looking all pretty. But before we even get that, I believe that you guys actually went to Romania, right? For you took part into the International Maths competition that happened in Romania. So tell us about the experience. Like, if you can maybe just, you know, go through that.
Okay, so, like, obviously, we were in a specific city in Romania called Cluj-Napoca. And that's almost like the Cape Town of Romania.
Yeah.
So it's like the party capital.
Hey.
And it's got a similar vibe to what Cape Town has.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was quite enjoyable for us. We stayed in quite a nice hotel, so we enjoyed that.
Ooh, okay, nice. And you guys?
Yeah, it was quite nice. The competition was celebrated throughout the entire town, so there were posters everywhere. And the president attended the opening ceremony, which was quite special.
Yeah.
And just everybody seemed to like enjoy the event.
All right, nice.
Yeah, as Tim said, it is like the Cape Town of Romania. There are most of the universities and the students are there in Cluj, and that's a good vibe and everything.
Seems like you guys had a nice time. I just want to know, how did you guys get selected for the competition?
That's a hard one.
It's actually quite a long process. It starts with the National Olympiad. So everyone, well, a lot of people in South Africa write something called SAMO, which is the South African Maths Olympiad. And there's 3 rounds of that.
Yeah.
And then after that, if you're in the top 10 for the 3rd round, or if you've gone through another process, you get selected for a camp. And on that camp, you write various tests, and you have lectures. So you're learning and like you're applying that at the same time. Then from there, you go into a 2nd camp, and on the way you have assignments. So you've got to submit stuff, and then after that, you get one more camp. That prepares you once the team's been selected already.
Yeah. I mean, you just mentioned that it's been a long process, and I can imagine when you guys are competing with 106 countries worldwide, and you guys were part of the competition as well. So tell me, how did it feel being part of such a huge event as well? And you mean competing with 106 countries? Come on.
Yeah, it's quite intimidating.
Yeah.
As you can imagine. But it's also a great experience. There's lots of different people you'd never think you'd meet.
Exactly.
But there's also a common love for maths and a passion. So you can connect with people you thought you'd never connect with.
Yeah. Nice.
It is a very friendly environment for 106 countries with their common love of mathematics. It's very easy to socialize them. And you stick to the countries that you know well. Like we talked to the British and the Australian teams and stuff like that. But we had fun with the other countries also.
So you guys are like mathematics all the time. You're like, hey, 1 + 1.
They're smart. I'm telling you, they're very smart.
So I want to know now, who trains you guys? I want to get to know the training process.
There's a couple coaches that train. Like they kind of shift in and out of the 2 camps, the Steinmetz camp and the April camp. There is a lot of self-training. The main coaches that trained us at the previous camp was Phil, Liam, and Dylan.
All right. Okay, I think right about now we still need to just take a quick breather, take a music video, a type of break, and then we'll be right back with these incredible learners. We'll be back.
Anyways, the music videos will be Mafikizolo, right?
Yeah, of
Kwana,
course.
can you guys dance since you guys can count?
You want them to dance?
Say you had to maybe save a life through dancing. Can you do that?
I can waltz. That's about it.
Okay. All right, let's go for it. We'll be back.
At Cape Town TV on channel 263, man. My name is Azimanzi, and I'm not alone. I'm with Ms. Zayda out here and the gents. You know, we're talking about all things brains out here, man. And right now I have Liam and Phil. You know, they're going to be, you know, telling us more about the competition, because obviously we had the students, they told us about everything, but we want to know from the coaches, what do they think? Well, gents, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Thank you
for having us.
All right, awesome. Phil, right? Liam, sorry.
Liam.
Okay, Liam, I understand that you guys mentored these great learners to become best at what they do, and especially when it comes to maths as well, and they took part into the International Maths Competition. How important is the International Maths Competition?
It's actually very, very important because each country sends their 6 best students to this competition.
Yeah.
So the students at this competition are really the cream of the crop worldwide. And so we've sent our best to this competition. And if you do well in this sort of competition, it can really set you up for the rest of your life.
And what do you guys actually look for to the students that actually partake to the competition? What are the requirements that you guys look out to the students?
Well, they have to perform very well in certain tests that we give them. So first we select them through the National Maths Olympiad or equivalent activities, and then they have to basically perform well in all sorts of tests we give them.
Yeah.
And
then you just choose them from there?
Yeah, then we choose them from after a series of camps. We then choose them. Those who are the best, perform the best over all the tests we gave them,
All right.
Yes.
Wow. I'm not just back to the students. What's your favorite question or just, you know, mathematical problem that you had to solve on the competition?
Well, I'd say Q1. It was a geometry question that was very approachable. If you look online for like after the paper was done, there are multiple ways of solving it, like different ways of approaching, and you can be very creative with the question.
Yeah. All
and
right.
well designed.
Okay, and I believe you brought your mascot out here just to show the whole entire South Africa how proud you guys are as well. Can you just share with us, what do you have there? I see you've got so many medals going on. Wow. And some badges.
Yeah. So Chubby was born in...
Chubby.
Yes,
I
Chubby
love the name.
Yeah, Chubby Chef was born in Clicks in Pretoria, 2005. He's got his birth certificate. So each of these badges are, whenever Chubby goes to one of these competitions, we add something on. So every year we've added stuff onto him, and he has a few medals as well that the team has won. And yeah, every year the team adds something new, like the hat. I think the hat was from 2008, if I remember correctly, and so on.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
and I just want to know the value of these medals. Like, what's also the next step now, since you guys won all these medals from the International Maths Competition?
Well, those aren't most medals from International Maths Competition. Most of them are from the Pan-African Maths Olympiad, actually. Yeah, because those were team medals that he's wearing at the moment. Yeah, so we won 1 bronze medal this year at the International Maths Olympiad.
Yeah.
So one of the 6 contestants won that. Well, now we look towards next year to see if we can get more medals, perhaps.
That is amazing. That is very amazing.
I just hope that you guys, you know, would give him more medals. Anyways, I just want to know what inspires you. What's, you know, it's fascinating. You know, I just want to know what inspires you, or who inspires the team.
You know, the world is full of role models and great people to be around, and I think Emil pretty much inspires me in this world.
Yeah, I'd have to say the competition, the other guys, Tariq especially, inspires me. And then it's a weird it's a feeling that's hard to describe to people who haven't struggled with problems for hours. But after trying to do something for hours and finally having the insight to, and they're usually quite, it's a unique experience, and it's what drives you and keeps you going.
Wow. And I believe you guys are actually working with grade 11 to grade 12 learners. So what happens from grade 9 to grade 10? Don't you guys work with them, or do you just only work with grade 11s to grade 12s?
So this IMO team was 3 grade 11s, 3 grade 12s.
All right.
But the Pan-African Maths Olympiad team, that's also 6 learners, were 3 grade 12s, 1 grade 11 and 2 grade 10s. So at the first training camp, at the Steinmetz camp, that happens usually the 1st or 2nd week of December, we have about 70 learners from across the country, and they range from grade 11 downwards. So there's grade 8s there, grade 9s there. There's sometimes grade 7s at the camp as well. So we do work with them at the first camp.
Yeah.
So they, because it's a long-term process, so after the first camp, they won't necessarily make the team. So they need to go to a camp, then struggle for a year, solving more problems, and come back to the camp again. And then we start noticing perhaps again. So yes, we do work with the younger ones as well.
Yeah,
Wow.
that is so amazing. And I like the work that you guys are doing as well. You're inspiring the whole entire South Africans as well, especially with young learners who are growing to be future leaders as well. I just want to know quickly, because I remember back in high school, oh my gosh, I used to do pure maths. And then I shifted from there to mathletes because it was so hard for me. But what can you say to empower a young learner out there who's trying to love maths, but they were like, okay, cool, listen, my friend doesn't like maths, my other friend doesn't like maths because it's very hard and there's too many digits going on there. What's your take on that? What's your advice?
I think a lot of people struggle with maths because of fear.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, a lot of adults have had bad experiences with maths and then it gets passed on to young kids. I think if we want to have kids who do well in maths, you really have to bring across just the beauty of it, how much creativity there is, which maybe is not brought across in the normal school curriculum.
Exactly.
So you can bring across just how cool maths is, how much stuff there is that is to know about maths, and how, and like Emil mentioned, the unique experience that you have when you've been struggling with a problem for a while and finally you get it.
Exactly.
If we can bring that across, I think we'll really inspire love for maths.
All right. Emil, are you in grade 12 or grade 11 this year?
I'm still in grade 11.
Grade 11. So what are your future plans, especially now you're going to head to grade 12, and I know it's going to be very hard, and especially with maths. Are you doing accounting? No.
I'm taking accounting.
Are you also taking accounting? You see what I mean, like pure maths and accounting. So what are your future plans? Tell us more about that if you guys could share that.
So next year, Tariq and I are both grade 11, so we'll both try and make the team again next year.
Nice.
The contest is in England, so that will be a
Oh,
great
it's in
experience.
England next year?
Yes, it
Okay.
shifts around each year.
All right, nice.
And then after that, we'll of course go in a mathematical computer science type thing at either Stellenbosch or UCT.
Okay, nice. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much the same. Try hard at school. Maybe come top 3, usually aiming for top 5 there.
That is
But
amazing.
yeah, go to university, UCT probably, study comp sci and math. Hope for the best.
All right. Thank you so
There you
much.
have it, ladies
Woo.
and gentlemen. We bring you the best in this side of the world. They went all the way into to represent South Africa in the world, man. And so we make sure that we bring them here to sit with them, and then they tell you all about that. So for Kolatikala, Cape Town TV, it is EkSe, and let's talk more on the other side of this.
Hey, you forgot your words, you forgot your lines, you were supposed to link in. Hey, welcome back, it's Tune In to EkSe, and we are actually live right here on Cape Town TV. Listen, man, if you're still enjoying today's show, let us know on social media. Facebook, we are EkSe on Cape Town TV, and of course on Twitter at EkSe_live. Or you can give us a call on 021 4480 448. Right about now, since I'm just doing the talking and Sazi ain't doing anything, it's time for us to check a cool insert by Amandla Development. This organization helps to empower the youth to quality and equal education. So we've been telling you more about the organization earlier on in the show. So right now it's time to check the first insert. Go and check it out and enjoy.
Amandla empowers communities to connect schools to groups who are providing what these students need, like mentoring, tutoring, or counseling. We make sure the approach is holistic, and then we measure results to see how safe, supported, and healthy our students really are. To realize the dream of the Rainbow Nation, we have to figure out how to educate all of South Africa's students to their fullest potential, no matter where they grew up.
Let you speak up.
So whenever there's a training opportunity, the school can send them there.
Our work is mainly focused on the child.
We're often talking about large, like very different groups of parents.
Amandla's presence in our school, it has made an impact. When children know that somebody is paying attention to them, they actually change for the better.
5.
A learner can tell you, I'm facing a problem like this at home, or I'm facing a problem like this with other learners or with a certain teacher. Can you help me? How can I deal with such?
It's alright to say something that is happening to you, so that you can ask someone to help
sense of working together. The interaction that we have with colleagues in the area has actually ensured that we are aware of availability of resources.
We're actually working on the same problem from different angles. So I think that the collaborative process is very, very important, that having shared goals is important, and also building relationships with other people is important.
Principals, teachers, learners, and some of our parents are telling us like they love our work, they love what we do.
They can help you if you go to anyone so that your life can change.
Amandla is making it possible for us to connect everything the youth need to become productive members of their communities. This powerful program is bringing support to over 10,000 young people in half of Philippines schools. But we want to be in all of Philippines schools, eventually reaching every single person under the age of 25. You can make a huge difference in the life of a student of Philippines.
About a week ago, Philip, because I'm counting Samora Primary, I'm counting Vieltefred Primary. There was a workshop that was held by Amandla educational program. So what happened is that about journalism and coding. I'm counting a lot of things, but I'm not going to waste more time. So, Masam, it's your born.
Hi, my name is Greg Steinmetz, and I am with the Yale Alumni Service Corps. We're a group of people from America affiliated with Yale University who, among other things this week, we wanted to help some kids in Philippi start student newspapers. And we worked with 3 different schools, and we have managed to produce a newspaper with articles written by the children. Well, first we had to teach them about the basics of journalism. For instance, the 5 W's and the H: who, what, when, where, how, where, why, and how. These are the questions that appear in every news story. And once you have that information, how to arrange the answers to those questions in a story. We talked about news judgment, what makes news. We picked some editors, and we had the editors work with the other learners to come up with story ideas, and then we worked on story ideas. And the children wrote them themselves in English, and then we helped edit them. But the children were very, very bright, and they were very involved and very interested. I think we were all surprised by a number of things. One was the children, we were worried about how good their English was. Their English was very good. We were worried about the level of their writing skills. Their written English is, I would say, pretty close to American standards for some of them. Some really, really bright kids, and everyone knew enough to write articles. Everyone has contributed articles to the paper. Another thing we were surprised about is how well-behaved the kids were, and how attentive and how interested. And the thing I think that really struck us was just how curious they were. We had a press conference yesterday with an MP, and they got to ask him any question they wanted. And one said, "What are you doing about corruption?" And she was looking him right in the eye, and she wasn't going to let him get away without giving an answer. Another one said, "I'm with the Zuzu Bright Times. I want you to tell me what you're doing about youth unemployment." And they saw that if they have a press pass, that a press pass can work wonders, and they can talk to anyone, have a one-on-one conversation, and force them to give answers. I think for them that was eye-opening, and for us, the quality of the questions was fantastic.
ndifundisa English apha entsebenziswano. Having to get the moment of stepping out of the class and deal with the learners in a different theme, it has helped me, and also our learners are excited about it, so do I. Again, it is not only going to help the few learners that are the part of it, it is going to help the school at large, our learners, because if I'm an English teacher, teaching a language is more about reading. So all learners now are to be forced to to learn to read, because they are now going to be interested into knowing what is in the newspaper. So it is going to force them. So in that way, the skill that we need from them, it's going to be instilled, without them having to notice, which is something different when you're in the class. You have to force them to do it. So for me, it is a very wonderful experience to be a part of it. I must say that I am glad, and I'm also grateful to the Amandla Development to think of us, that is the school, to be the part of the project. We are also thankful and grateful, promising that it is not going to end here. We are going to make sure that it continues, and the next issue that is going to come up, it is going to be made by us, and we're going to share it with them, so that wherever they are, they know that what they have done was not a waste of time.
Oh, hi guys, my name is Joseph Tut. I'm from the SOPS. I am a chief and editor there.
Hi guys, I'm Amandla Development from the SOPS newspaper. I'm also the chief and editor.
Well, it focuses on the stories which take place at schools. It is there to motivate the learners, to keep them distracted from distractions, to keep them from distraction and be focused.
And also to let them know about what's happening in their school, because a lot of learners don't know what's happening around their school. So we're trying to give them the information of what happens in their schools.
Oh, well, the experience has been great. So I don't think I would pursue journalism, but I like it. But if I would pursue it, I would like to be an editor.
Oh, the experience was amazing, but I think I would do reporting in this journalism platform. So I don't think I would do it as a hobby, but I don't think I would do it for careers.
I think it is there to educate people and keep them informed about what's happening in their country, because it's embarrassing around you. So I think it's there for a purpose to be aware of what is happening and also learn about the surroundings.
Yeah, but yes, that was the insert from the Amandla Development organization, and they're all about empowering and uplifting the youth. So if you know of any organization that's around in Cape Town that's definitely all about to empower and to uplift the young people of South Africa, please do give us a call on 021 448 0448. And also, if maybe you've got any hobbies that you'd like to share right here on the show, give us a call as well, or maybe you can give us an email, send us an email on iamlamamoon@gmail.com. Ooh, I don't know why I'm mumbling all the time. Feel like rapping now.
Let's talk more on the other side of the outbreak. Upper corners is everything it tips about how to survive your first year at varsity.
I'm ready for that. Let's go and come back. Welcome back. You're still tuning to EkSe. Listen, man, we're still coming to you live right here on Cape Town TV. Right about now, it's time for us to unpack some of those tips that we told you guys about that we're going to be sharing with you for the first-time students in universities. And I know that you guys need to know what's going on when it comes to being in university, because it's very hard as well. So tip number one, go to class. Like it's very crucial to actually go to class. I mean, as for new students, they often hear that being in a college, like, oh no, you can go to class whenever you want to go. But that is not the way. You're not there to actually please your friends or, to loop around. So you need to go to class, take all those tutors and all the information that's been given to you, either boring or not, because at the end of the day, you're the one that needs to pass, right? Yeah.
And do not take that tips for granted.
Exactly.
Anyways, tip number two, realize that, being a student is a full-time job. You can't work hard for a minute one and then you decide, I'm just going to settle for, whatever acceptable grades that I get. Take your life, student life, as a full-time career for the present, and focus on, finding a balance between, you being social and studies, and also find your social skills and academic habits and prioritize straight up.
Yes, and tip number 3, guys, you are in school for your education and not for someone else, not for your swag, not for your friends, no. So I know that most students, they actually go, you know, to universities or go to class, just want to look pretty and show off their swag and be like walking mannequins, or maybe just to entertain, you know, their friends, but no. Go to the classes and, of course, take your education as your first priority, because you're the one that needs to pass and you're the one that has the future and not your friends.
And tip number 4, be patient with yourself. I know a lot of people that were doing 7 grades in high school, and then when they got to varsity, they were doing just, you know, they weren't even believing that. But be patient with yourself. I know you're going to feel doomed, like you're not doing enough, like you're not studying enough, but be patient with yourself and then just continue studying.
Yeah, man. And tip number 5? Tip number 5 is have the courage for your confusions, right? And I believe that, you know, sometimes I know back in high school when a teacher would ask questions and you'd be like, I'm not going to answer that. Or maybe you would feel confident having to answer because you know the correct answer. But there's no right or wrong answer. It's all about getting the knowledge and getting your own understanding, you know, because you need to understand what you're being taught. So be there, and if you actually give wrong answers, just like embrace that, learn from your mistakes, and never listen to other people that are there to laugh at you since you gave the wrong answer. It's not about that, but it's about you being wise and getting your knowledge right as well.
Yes, man. And tip number 6, basically this is the last tip. I know especially for students at the varsity, it becomes a struggle. You miss home, you feel homesick and all of that, but make sure that you ride home. I know they won't help you within the Indaba school, but at least that comfort of knowing that there's somebody, some people that are looking forward to seeing you back at home, that are really supporting you in that sense. Yeah, you better ride home. Anyways, we as Cape Town TV, we spoke to students. We're trying to find out what's their struggle, and we're still really trying to find out if Zikwan aftercare for high school students. But yeah, man. Yeah.
So let's go in and check on what happened to UCT, right? With the first year students experience. Unfortunately, we would like to apologize for that. There's a sound error right over there, and we hope we're actually going to, you know, show it maybe tomorrow or maybe next week on Monday as well, because it is very important for you guys to know and get the experience of first-year students in universities and how hard it is being there. So, yeah, we apologize for that.
And speaking about students and struggles, and I'm sure wherever Pro Kids family is going through right now, it's a bigger struggle. I mean, losing somebody is not a good thing. And speaking about that, I know a couple of friends that used to still love Pro Kid. If you know one song or one line that really grew you, because I mean, the time I was listening to Pro Kid, I was a kid, so I grew somehow to the man I am right now through his music. So about Tankisan, about Nguban, Utini Ngupro, yes. So if you know a line or you know something about the Pro that stands out for when, and you better make sure, man, you share it with us on our social media. It is EkSe_live on Twitter. You can also find us on Facebook. It is EkSe on Cape Town TV, because Utini Ngupro.
But I mean, he was one of the South African musician icons, actually, to say. And also, it is very, hard to lose such icons,
Hey,
because
hey.
he was so influential, and especially when it came to rap music as well. And that's where we are because of these icons when it comes to entertainment and music industry, because we're still pushing, and a lot of, you know, artists are actually being groomed to become even better, to become icons as well. Like, look at Casper Novest as well.
Look at him right now.
He's doing the things, and he's influencing the young kids out there not to just sit around and not do anything, but to be out there and push for your career, for your journey as well. So may his soul rest in peace. He was one of the best.
The icons. But though we take this thing back to South Africa, I don't know what's happening in the industry. I feel like people are out there and they take it for granted, and then boom, when somebody dies, it becomes a whole different energy. You know, like right now, after the passing of Pro, I got the likes of Casper Novest saying, I wish I would have done 1, 2, 3 with Pro. And then you get other rappers saying, I wish we had done these things for Pro. And I feel I wish it would be different. Like Abazola 7 are still, they still live right now, and I wish they would get, you know, features and all of that. But anyways,
it's good to hear such, you know, informative info from such young people like us, and also just sharing it with you guys. But right about now, it's time to go and check on what's happening on My Hobbies. And if you also like to share some of your hobby moments with us, send it through, or maybe give us a call on 021 448 0448. So Ulama, guys, hey, was at the DNA. I don't know why he's always going back there with the fitness buzz. So he was at the DNA fitness boot camp, and of course, he was actually working out and learning some exercise and everything. Let's go and check out what happened, because I don't know why he had to go there. Like, I seriously don't know. But let's go.
People who know me personally would laugh at my face. This is when never say never applies. That saying is disqualified, because I told people that I'll never go exercise, jog, or do anything that has to do with physicalness. But today, I am finding myself at the DNA Health and Fitness Center doing what I promised myself and everybody else who cares to know that I'll never do exercises. But I guess that it's a good thing for my body, soul, and mental. So take a look around and see if there's something that you might enjoy, and find yourself the nearest gym session if it doesn't kill you. Hey Arnold, sorry to interrupt right there. I need to speak to you. I want to know, how often do you do this in a week?
In a week, I do it about maybe 3 times a week, you know. So, because your body needs to heal as well, you know what I mean?
Okay, there are misconceptions like skinny people like me, we tell ourselves that we do not need to go to the gym. How untrue is that?
No, actually, the gym is for everybody, because for you to get to be fit, you don't need to be thin, you don't need to be fat. You can always do exercise just for yourself, so that one day when you reach the old age, you can still be fit, you know, and you can look young, you know what I mean?
Okay, comes festive season, we are an eating nation. Is there a way that one could curb their behavior so that they stay fit and healthy?
That's easy actually, because when it's winter, like this season now, you can always do your own exercises at home. If you can't reach maybe wherever you need to be to do the exercises. So when you're at home, you can always be on the wall, do some push-ups, do anything that you can. If you live in a house where there's stairs, you can always get on the stairs, do some jump up and down. That's what I always do myself as well.
Isn't winter too early to work on a summer body?
Never. Actually, you need to work on the summer body in winter. Because you can never work on the summer body in summer. How do you get it that right?
Okay.
So you need to work on the summer body in winter.
Okay. How do people contact you if they're interested?
You can always go on the page DNA Fitness Training on Facebook, and on Twitter DNA Fitness Training, and on Instagram the same thing as well, DNA Fitness Training.
And you get fit. Some people come to the gym to get fit, some come to keep fit, some come to lose weight and gain their summer bodies. We do it for all different reasons, but what we must know is that it is healthy for everybody who does it for any other reason. So I suggest that you find yourself like I said when I first spoke to you, I said I'll never do this, and I found myself doing it. And I'm saying that I'm never, ever doing it again. I'm not about this life. Look at this body. I don't need this.
And welcome back to it, man. That was Ulama, all things fitness. I'm like, hey, I'm better.
No, I can see he's gaining some extra fitness, you know, muscles there. It's crazy.
Anyways, if you have a hobby that you maybe want us to showcase for you up on Cape Town TV, you can find us on our social media platforms. It is EkSe on Cape Town TV, and you can also find us on Twitter. It is EkSe_live. We can hit us up on them.
Yeah, there you guys have it. A full jam-packed show. I had so much fun on today's show, and I hope you guys were totally inspired, empowered, and entertained, of course. So catch us tomorrow, same time, same place, right here on Cape Town TV at 4 p.m. And, of course, catch the repeat of today's show tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. until 8 a.m.
But for now, DJ Clea and Matema taking it out. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you.